Hello and welcome back. We're still rescuing Dr. T'Soni and we're about to get the hell out of here.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Mister?
Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Oh yeah. I didn't actually mean that. I just legitimately wanted to look off. But you know, it's kind of funny. Fight some Krogan, right? A Krogan and some gear.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Like your attitude. Take out that rock troop.
Now it gets fun.
Barrier up. And he's down. Bring him down. Come on, pop your head around. Ah, you bastard. Fine. Fine. We'll do it this way. If you demand. And we're getting the hell off this place. Back to our ship. Also, I like doing this mission first because you get your entire crew before you do it the other way. Because she's the only companion we haven't recruited yet. Kind of unique in this game, actually. It's, I think, the only one in the series where you get your entire crew almost immediately. Half the second game is recruiting them, and kind of similar with the third. You pick them up as you go through the story. This one's like, yeah, literally you can be 3 missions in and have your entire game's crew. Just
Too
like
close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
Future reference.
We almost died out there and your pilot is making jokes?
Sometimes Joker's a real ass. Just try to ignore him.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Wasting your
I've
time.
got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part.
That's actually exactly
According to
what
my
they did.
findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
We're in a
Get to the
hurry here.
point.
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Well, I'll
You're
tell
not much
you
of an
then.
expert, Doctor. The answer's been standing in front of you the whole time. The Protheans were wiped out by a race of machines. The Reapers.
Of how insulting we are.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
Sorry.
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Looks like we wasted our time here.
Wait, Commander. Saren might try another attempt on my life. I'd feel safer if you let me stay on your ship. Besides, my knowledge of the Protheans might prove useful later.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
We've already got every other non-human species on board. Might as well add an Asari to the team.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakra should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Sure.
Patch him through,
This should be
Joker.
fun.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
I know what I'm doing.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You are free to act as you see fit, Commander. Our role is to offer guidance and advice.
It's up to you if you're smart enough to listen.
Don't insult me.
This.
Communications cut, Commander.
I love that. I love that you could just cut off the three most powerful members, well, politicians in the universe, essentially. You can just hang up on them. Hey, you know what? We're on the ship for the first time in ages. We should actually go around and talk to people and check in on our crew, now that everyone from the crew is actually on board. You know what? Let's just go straight to the bottom, and we'll work our way up. I didn't want to do it before because we had just finished the Citadel, but now that we saved Liara, we got a little bit of time. Let's run around the ship. Let's chat with everybody. Maybe pick up some side quests.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Maybe, actually.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad... Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Hey, you?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Licenses.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products.
Which is what I've been
I
running
already
around
have
buying.
several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different... Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless.
Okay.
And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only
Let's
the
see
more...
what you've got.
Show me what you
bet,
got.
Commander.
Yeah, let's start off. Let's go sell menu, sell all junk. Buy menu. What does he have? Vector Master Gear, sniper rifle. Oof. That's some serious stuff. Serious pricing too. the Avenger 5. I mean, it is better. I don't know it was that much better, though. What's it in common? We could afford a new Lancer. Yeah, is it worth it? No, it's not. Well, once again, I'm going to go... Good, we didn't level up, so that just means I'm going to have a quick look at my gear one more time. And then I'm going to sell everything that's not worth... Not worth me keeping. So Banshee 140 like this, that's not worth it. Shotgun, that one actually seems better. Be better. Yeah, heaps better. Be taking that. Still bypass but less damage. I mean, for a shotgun, yeah, let's bypass the shield and just hit him directly. Heat sink. Don't have any better armor. Ah, cool. Oh yeah, then the sniper. So Avenger 1, 73 per second. 90, 90, 90. These are all pretty good. So they're all pretty much the exact same stats, aren't they? And all of them are better than this one. So let's just, I don't know, Reaper 2. Well, they're all Reaper 2s, that's why. Okay. Aids, armor. Cool, cool, cool.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Thou. All junk. Yes, till it's all gone. The money I made, can I afford? Honestly, I want heavy armor. I could. No, I couldn't. 24,000 out of 15. I don't really care about that. Pistol, Lancer 3 maybe? Rifle. Nah, it's not as good. The 4? Not as good either. The 5, however, kind of is. Huh? Is bad. Whoa. Whoa, now that one's nice. Oh, that's why it's nice. Yep, that's why it's nice. We can't afford anything. Thank you anyway, though. Yes.
Nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
That's true.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
I see.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Sounds good.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
And I think because we discussed that with him, he'll have something for us later. Let's talk to Ashley.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Well.
Is this duty related, Chief?
No, sir. Well, Maybe.
Okay, then.
I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
I share your concerns, Chief, but I'm under orders.
Yeah, I mean, I get what she's
Orders to let
saying, I do.
aliens gather military intelligence? I can't believe that was the Alliance's intention. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
I trust that's not insubordination, I hear.
No, sir. That's patriotism.
Hell yeah.
As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Oh, of course.
The Council's had a grudge against us since the First Contact War.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's... Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism,
I don't know about
not
that.
really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
I mean, you're not
This is an
completely
Alliance
wrong.
warship, not the Parliament floor. If you're Earth first, vote for the Terra Firma Party.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia
There's a
and
lot of
bigotry.
parties like that, unfortunately.
I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service.
Good
I
on you.
guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Just shut up. I love that you can just say, just shut up.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Guess you make a habit of second-guessing your superiors.
No, sir.
You're lucky. I lost my family on Mindoir. Are you related to anyone I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. I read about Mindoir. The Alliance screwed the pooch on that one. Should have had a bigger garrison.
Definitely.
Is that why you're out here? To take the fight to the pirates?
Right.
I'm here to put hypervelocity rounds through the heads of bad guys.
Most satisfying part of the job, Commander.
You have to work with them
All
whether
right.
you like it or not.
I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams.
But yeah.
But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
And what about me?
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization.
Not if I'm a
That
Spectre.
would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline
Well, actually,
and
yeah,
relieve
even
you
as a
of command.
Spectre. I don't think you could quite
Sir.
order that.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
We'll watch her.
I'm not sure I believe it either. It's better to have her where we can see her.
That makes sense. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Ah,
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
and then Rex. Oh, buddy.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Going on?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
There's no story.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Don't be an ass.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Big deal.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Of course it
Seems
is.
similar enough to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation?
Fair enough, it's not.
An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it
Not
isn't all
exactly.
the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Okay.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
I don't blame him on that.
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're
Yeah,
sure
they are.
not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Genophage.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan
They
scientist?
do exist, though.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
I see.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Pretty sure next time we go through and speak with people, they'll give us, like, you know, missions and stuff. At least a lot of them will. Hero. I don't care about Engineer Adams. Well, actually, maybe we should.
Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll
talk
tell her
to
to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Interesting.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone
That's
to
actually
detect
really
us.
smart.
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth
I could actually see
systems aren't
that stealth
engaged, they
system
can't
being
see
far
us.
more
Not
realistic
unless we accelerate to
for what our
FTL
technology
speeds.
would probably develop than what a lot of sci-fis make.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
You.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Now, Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard.
Oh, how
I've never
enthusiastic
seen a
she is.
drive
She's
core
loving
like
it.
this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Normally they're not.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
It's a pretty big step up for
I
a
have to
foreign.
thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
Into
I had no
ships.
idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
That was 300 years ago.
Your fleet's
Show
still
off with
using
our
ships that are 3
knowledge.
centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet.
That does make sense.
But no ship wants
Just
to
like
accept
most
someone
tribal
who will be a burden
cultures
on
like
them.
that.
So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
That makes sense.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
Yeah, that's something they're very worried
By
about
the
with
time we
humans.
leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of
Like in
passage
real
for
life.
all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Cool.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Yeah.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me that then.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip
Over
this.
time, we made small modifications to their programming.
Yeah, they slowly made them better and better and better with neural
The power of
networks.
the neural network.
Kind of just
A
on the
million
grey
Geth
area
thinking
of what AI
simultaneously
technology
created an
is.
inherent
So,
defense.
the Geth
Many
ship.
of the Geth's logic systems
Like a hive
So
mind.
there's
But when they're in close proximity, they can
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth,
Became more
as you
sophisticated
can
and
imagine,
they basically became a
this
hive
caused a
mind
near
AI.
panic among my people.
What did you do?
A general order.
You're the ones who started the war. The Geth
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little. The war would. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and unfortunately, we. See you
I was gonna
later.
say goodbye to her for now, because like I'm sorry I skipped through that. I am, because I love talking with Tali, but like, we're almost at the point where I have to end the episode. And honestly, I've already spoken to pretty much everyone but Caden. And well, I'm gonna be honest, we're not talking to Caden because Caden's boring. No one likes Caden. Okay, I lie. Some people like Caden. I don't like Caden. I find him incredibly boring. He's just not a character I've ever liked, and I have tried. I have done whole playthroughs where I've experienced these romance, and I've looked into his character and talked to him about his backstory. I just don't like him though, he's just not interesting. We got Captain Anderson's old room actually, which is now our room, so Can we do anything here? Nope. Do nothing. Okay, cool. I mean, other than Joker, maybe, there's no one else to talk to, and I'm not going to bother talking to Joker, so we'll head back up here to the map, and we can work our way to go. Well, thank you for watching, and in the next part we will work out where we're going to go next. We'll probably go do some side missions first, just they'll be a bit shorter and quicker, and we'll get them done. Bye for now.